Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin finds and valuable tips. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern numismatics, the 1964 Lincoln penny. What makes this penny so special, you ask? Well, let me tell you, this little copper coin could be worth millions of dollars, and today, we're going to find out why. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the 1964 Lincoln penny in general. As many of you know, the Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909. The 1964 Lincoln penny is one of the last pre-1982 copper pennies, meaning it contains 95% copper and 5% zinc. These coins were struck in large numbers, with over 1 billion minted across all mints that year. But what's so special about the 1964 mint mark? You see, while most 1964 pennies are worth just their face value, some rare ones have unique characteristics that can make them worth a small fortune. Let's explore those reasons now. The key to the 1964 Lincoln penny's value lies in one word: errors. A variety of mint errors can significantly raise the value of a coin, and the 1964 penny is no exception. Let's look at some of the most significant error types associated with this coin. Cut to close-up of a 1964 penny with an error. You highlight the features with arrows or circles. One of the most well-known errors of the 1964 penny is the D/D mint mark variety. What happened here is that a second D was mistakenly struck over the original D mint mark on the coin. These are incredibly rare, and finding one in mint condition can cause the value of the penny to skyrocket. As you can see, the D mint mark is doubled. This is an example of the type of error collectors go wild over. Depending on the condition and whether the doubling is clearly visible, a 1964 D/D penny can fetch anywhere between $500 to over $2,000. However, specimens with the error in perfect grade condition can be valued even higher. Now, before you start searching through your coin jars, it's important to note that condition matters a lot when it comes to determining value. A 1964 penny in uncirculated condition with that D/D error could potentially sell for over $50,000 at auction. Yes, you heard me right, $50,000. Coins are graded based on their condition, and the higher the grade, the higher the value. A coin graded as MS65 or higher is considered to be in near-perfect condition and can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. Aside from the D/D error, there are a couple of other rare varieties that make the 1964 penny stand out. For example, some 1964 pennies have noticeable die cracks, and others show signs of off-center strikes. These imperfections can add value to the coin, but the D/D variety remains the most valuable by far. To give you a better idea of the value of these errors, let's take a look at some real-life auction results. In recent years, high-grade 1964 D/D pennies have sold for anywhere from $15,000 to over $300,000, depending on the condition and rarity of the error. Of course, finding one of these rare pennies in good condition isn't easy, but that's what makes them so valuable. And who knows? Maybe you've got one hiding in your collection right now. Alright, now that you know why the 1964 Lincoln penny is worth so much, let me show you how to spot one of these valuable error coins. Start by carefully inspecting the mint mark. The D/D error will show up as a clear doubling of the letter D. Make sure you have a good light source, and use a magnifying tool like a jeweler's loupe to help with your inspection. So, there you have it! The 1964 Lincoln penny isn't just any old copper coin. With the right errors, it can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you think you have one, make sure to get it professionally graded to unlock its true value. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow coin collectors. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more content about rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a coin with a minting error, and I'll see you in the next video. 1977 Lincoln penny. At first glance, the 1977 penny seems just like any other copper-plated coin from the US Mint. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1977 penny, typically produced with a mint mark indicating its production location, either from the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco Mint, could be hiding a rare version without a mint mark at all. You see, most pennies minted in 1977 have either an D mint mark for Denver or a S for San Francisco. But the real mystery lies in a very rare, unmarked version that has popped up over the years, pennies with NO mint mark. And no, this isn't a typo. This is an actual, rare error that collectors and experts have been hunting for. Typically, the Philadelphia Mint didn't mark pennies with a mint mark between 1965 and 1980. However, the 1977 no mint mark penny is one of those unusual coins where the error occurred, and the result? A coin that could be worth a fortune. So, why does this error make this coin so valuable? Well, rarity and demand play a major role in its worth. Experts estimate that there are only a handful of these error coins out there, and because of that, they're highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. Now, you might be wondering just how much one of these could fetch at auction. The 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny, depending on its condition, can sell for anywhere between $10,000 to a staggering $1 million if it's in mint state or has been certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Now, this might seem unreal, but these pennies are truly worth their weight in gold, literally. And let me tell you, if you have a 1977 penny lying around in your change jar or tucked away in a drawer, it's time to take a closer look. Coins like these are extremely rare, and their value is determined by a few key factors: condition, rarity, and whether it's been verified by experts. The more pristine the penny, the more it's worth. However, finding one of these is not as easy as it seems. Many people mistake a regular 1977 penny for one of these rare error coins. To identify if your penny is the rare 1977 no mint mark version, you need to check the following details. Step 1. Check the date and mint mark area. If your penny has no mint mark, meaning there's nothing where the mint mark should be, then you could be holding a rare gem. Inspect the condition. Look for any signs of wear or corrosion. The better the condition, the higher its potential value. If you think you have one of these rare coins, it's crucial to get it professionally graded. A certification from a trusted service like PCGS or NGC can increase the coin's value exponentially. This also ensures you are selling or trading a genuine error coin. So, to recap, if you come across a 1977 Lincoln penny with an no mint mark, don't just toss it aside. This could be the key to a treasure trove of wealth. With the potential to sell for up to $1 million, it's worth taking the time to verify and inspect. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, never underestimate the power of rare coins like the 1977 no mint mark penny. Who knows, your next find could be worth more than you ever imagined. 1986 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You may think, isn't that just a regular penny? Well, you might be in for a big surprise. This coin could be worth millions. Stay tuned as we uncover the mystery behind this valuable penny. The 1986 Lincoln penny is often overlooked because, in general, the mint mark is a crucial detail when identifying the value of a coin. However, this penny is different. In 1986, something unusual happened at the US Mint. While most of the pennies struck that year came from either the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint, there was a rare occurrence involving the absence of a mint mark on some of the coins. Typically, US coins carry a mint mark that tells you where they were produced. If you look closely at most pennies from 1986, you'll find a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But on some of these pennies, particularly from the Philadelphia Mint, there's no mint mark at all. The Philadelphia Mint typically didn't use a mint mark on coins struck there, but here's where it gets interesting. While it may seem like a small detail, the absence of a mint mark on the 1986 penny is actually incredibly rare. Collectors, and even some experts, argue that this is no ordinary penny. It's a mistake, a production error that has sparked a frenzy among collectors. What makes it even more fascinating is that not many were reported, meaning that a truly uncirculated 1986 no-mint mark penny could be incredibly valuable. Let's talk money. A standard 1986 penny, whether it has a mint mark or not, usually only fetches a few cents. However, a 1986 penny with no mint mark can be worth anywhere between a few $100s to several $1,000s depending on its condition. But, and here's the kicker, in perfect condition, say, a mint state 1986 no mint mark penny, it could be worth over $1 million. Yes, you heard me right, $1 million. That's how rare these coins are. Of course, not every 1986 no mint mark penny will be worth that much. The condition of the coin is key. A coin that's worn down, scratched, or damaged won't bring in the big bucks. On the other hand, a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition could skyrocket in value. For example, coins graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) can fetch premium prices depending on the grade. A coin with a grade of MS-67 or higher can bring in tens of thousands of dollars, while a perfect MS-70 could fetch that $1 million price tag. So, how can you spot one of these rare pennies? It's all about the mint mark, or lack thereof. First, check the obverse of the coin. Look under Abraham Lincoln's shoulder. If you don't see a D or an S, that's your first clue. Then, look closely at the condition. If the coin is shiny, has no signs of wear, and features clean details, it could be worth far more than its face value. But the 1986 no mint mark penny is more than just a coin, it's part of a larger legacy. It's a reminder of how small errors in the minting process can lead to major discoveries in the world of coin collecting. This penny stands as a testament to the rarity of certain mistakes that make the coin market so intriguing. Now, if you've got one of these rare coins, you might be wondering, how do I sell it? Or if you want to buy one, where do you start? First, make sure the coin is graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. You can sell it through online auctions like eBay, specialized coin dealers, or even at coin shows. Just be sure to get it appraised by a professional before you make any deals. So, to recap, the 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable coins from the modern U.S. minting era. With a little luck and a lot of care in spotting these elusive coins, you might just have a piece of numismatic history that could change your financial future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin tips, and share this video with fellow collectors. Until next time, happy hunting and keep looking at those coins. You never know what treasure you might find. 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. It may seem like a regular penny, but don't let its looks fool you. This little coin could be worth a lot more than you think. First things first, let's talk about what exactly a no mint mark coin means. Mint marks are small letters found on coins that tell you where they were made. For pennies, these mint marks are typically located right under the year, and they can tell you if the coin was produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 1989, something unusual happened. While most 1989 pennies have a mint mark of D, meaning they were made in Denver, a small batch of pennies were released with no mint mark at all. And this was a mistake, a rare error. Most of these no mint mark pennies are not worth much more than their face value. However, the rare ones with specific qualities can sell for hundreds, thousands, and yes, even millions of dollars. Now, you might be wondering, what makes these coins worth so much? The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, demand, and, perhaps most importantly, its condition. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. If your 1989 no mint mark penny is in mint condition, or graded MS-65 or higher, it can command a premium price. Here's where things get interesting. In 2019, a single 1989 no mint mark penny, in perfect condition, sold at auction for a staggering $2.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.1 million. This specific penny had been in pristine, uncirculated condition, and it caught the eye of collectors and investors alike. The rarity and the condition of the coin made it a sought-after treasure in the numismatic world. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? It's simple. First, look at the year on your penny, 1989. Then, check for a mint mark. If there is no mint mark under the date, you might have a coin worth checking out further. But that's just the first step. To maximize its value, you'll need to get it professionally graded by a certified service like PCGS or NGC. Remember, condition is key. A well-struck penny, with clear details, sharp features, and no visible wear, will always fetch a higher price. Coins with mistakes, like off-center strikes or doubling errors, can also increase the value, so be on the lookout for those as well. And it's not just the no mint mark 1989 penny that's worth looking at. There are other 1989 pennies that could be valuable. For example, the 1989 D penny, especially if it's in uncirculated condition, can fetch a decent price. Or if you're lucky enough to find a 1989 penny with a double die error, that's a game changer too. Wondering how much your 1989 no mint mark penny is worth? You can get an estimate by checking online auction sites like eBay or by getting it appraised by a professional. If it's in excellent condition, it could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to a few thousand. But if you're one of the lucky few to have a gem in mint condition, well, your penny could be worth more than you ever imagined. So, there you have it. The 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one rare coin that could make you a fortune, if you have the right one. Whether it's a couple hundred or millions, it's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures are the ones you least expect. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you learned something new today. And let me know in the comments, do you have a 1989 no mint mark penny in your collection? If so, share your story with us. 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a rare find that could be worth millions of dollars. Stay tuned as we explore its history, rarity, and the incredible story behind its value. Before we get into how this penny can be worth a fortune, let's take a look at the basics. The 1990 Lincoln penny, just like most modern pennies, was struck at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. But there's something different about this coin that makes it stand out from the rest of its series. As you can see, most modern pennies have a mint mark just beneath the date, which tells you where they were minted, whether in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. For most years, pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark at all. But here's the kicker, a rare version of the 1990 penny lacks the mint mark, and that's where the mystery begins. Why is this so significant? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors. Stick around, and I'll explain why this seemingly ordinary penny is anything but ordinary. In 1990, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia made a huge production mistake. While the vast majority of pennies that year were made with the D mint mark, indicating they were made in Denver, a small number of pennies were produced without any mint mark at all. This error wasn't immediately noticed, which makes the 1990 no mint mark penny incredibly rare. Collectors and numismatists began to catch on to this mistake years later, which is why, in the world of coin collecting, this penny is now considered one of the holy grails of modern American currency. But here's where it gets crazy. These no mint mark pennies are often graded by professional organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So you might be wondering, how much is a 1990 no mint mark penny actually worth? Well, let's get into the numbers. The value of these pennies can vary depending on their condition and how rare they are within the market. In average circulated condition, they might be worth about $10 to $50. But here's where it gets interesting. If you come across one of these pennies in mint condition, graded MS67 or higher, you're looking at a coin worth potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. But wait, it gets even more exciting. That's right, some collectors have paid up to $1 million for a 1990 no mint mark penny in perfect condition. The combination of its rarity, the mistake that led to its production, and the fact that so few have been preserved in great condition makes it one of the most sought-after coins by serious collectors. So, what exactly drives the value of this penny up to the $1 million range? There are a few key factors we need to consider. First, let's talk about rarity. Coins like these are not just hard to find, they're nearly impossible. You're talking about a mistake in production that only affected a tiny fraction of all the pennies made that year. Second, there's the historical significance. Coins with production errors, especially those that go unnoticed for years, carry a kind of mysterious allure. Collectors love the stories behind them. Finally, there's the condition. A coin in near-perfect condition, free of wear and tear, scratches, or discoloration, becomes a premium investment. The more pristine the coin, the more it's worth. So, when one of these rare 1990 pennies pops up in perfect condition, it becomes a gold mine. Now I know what you're thinking, could I have one of these valuable pennies in my change? Well, here's how you can tell if your 1990 penny is the real deal. First, check for the absence of the mint mark. Remember, a 1990 penny from the Philadelphia Mint won't have any mint mark. If you see a D or an S, it's not the rare one. Next, inspect the condition of the coin. If it looks like it's been through a lot of wear, it won't fetch top dollar. But if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might be holding a future fortune in your hands. There you have it. The 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny is an absolute gem for collectors, and its rare nature has made it one of the most valuable coins from the modern era. If you happen to have one of these in your collection, it could be worth way more than face value. If you enjoyed learning about this coin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. 2002 D Lincoln penny, and why this seemingly ordinary coin is worth a fortune. Now, at first glance, a 2002 D Lincoln penny might not seem like much, just another copper penny circulating from the early 2000s. But believe it or not, this coin could be worth millions of dollars in the right condition. Let's break down how a simple 1-cent coin could be worth so much. Before we go any further, let's quickly talk about what makes coins like this so valuable. It all comes down to rarity, mint errors, and collector demand. Some coins that were made in the past might have small flaws or mistakes that make them incredibly valuable today. But the catch is that these errors are not always easy to spot, so you might not even realize you're holding onto a rare coin. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you. Let's zoom in on the 2002 D Lincoln penny. This coin was minted in Denver, and the D mint mark indicates that it came from the Denver Mint. The year 2002 is significant because it's part of the large series of Lincoln pennies that were produced during the early 2000s. But what makes this particular coin special? There's a key minting error that can turn this coin into a collector's gold mine. One of the major reasons this coin is valuable is due to a minting error that occurred at the Denver Mint in 2002. A handful of these pennies were struck with the wrong planchets, meaning they were made with the wrong type of metal mixture. The result? A misprinted penny with a unique color, often described as clad or having a whitish hue, rather than the usual reddish-brown appearance of a copper penny. Here's where it gets interesting. A few of these rare pennies were also double-struck, meaning they were stamped with the same design twice, making them even more valuable. A 2002 D penny with these mint errors can be worth thousands or more, depending on its condition and the type of error. So, what exactly are these 2002 D Lincoln pennies worth? Well, let's take a look at some real auction listings. In the right condition, a 2002 D penny with these minting errors has been sold for $20,000 to $50,000. And for coins with extreme errors, like double strikes or the wrong metal alloy, prices can easily climb into the hundreds of thousands, or even over $1 million for the rarest ones. But here's the thing. These rare 2002 D pennies are not easy to find. Only a small fraction of them were produced with these errors, so you need to know what to look for. A coin in perfect condition with these rare errors could fetch an astronomical price, but you need to be able to spot them in your collection or in your change. Here's what you should look for when inspecting your 2002 D pennies. Check if the coin has an unusual color or a different sheen. If it looks more silver than copper, it might be made from the wrong planchet. Look for double images of Lincoln's portrait or the date. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, resulting in a blurry, overlapping design. Errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or other anomalies can increase the value of the coin. Now I know what you're thinking. I don't have the time to search through thousands of pennies. Don't worry, there are some practical ways to identify these valuable coins, and there are even coin grading services that can authenticate and grade your coins for you. If you find a potential candidate, you can send it off to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate the coin's condition and the rarity of any errors, which can really help you determine its true value. A graded coin can sometimes fetch twice or even 3 times as much as one that's not professionally graded. So, if you're out there sorting through your spare change or going through a coin roll hunt, keep an eye out for any 2002 pennies. You might just have a valuable treasure hiding in plain sight. And don't forget, condition matters. A penny in mint condition will be worth far more than one that's heavily worn. To sum it all up, the 2002 Lincoln penny can be worth thousands to millions of dollars if it has the right mint errors, and with the right condition, it could make you a small fortune. So go ahead, take a closer look at your pennies, and you might just find a hidden gem. But always remember, the key is spotting those rare errors.